Artificial intelligence has transformed the way we learn, think, and create. From generating essays and solving complex problems, AI tools are becoming an inseparable part of our students' daily academic life. But how deep does this go on for? And what impact does it have on critical thinking and independent learning?
In today's interview, we'll explore about the impact of the development of generative AI on students' dependence on AI. We will hear the insight from students about how AI shapes learning and where we should draw the line between the assistance and overreliance. Let's begin.
Hi everyone, my name is Matthew Eric Miomin from Faculty Computer Science, majoring in Information System 2025.
Hello everyone, my name is Sultan Fatan Albani. You can call me Fatan.
Hi guys, my name is Michael Junior Patrick and I am a student of Informatics Engineering at UB.
Kalau ditanya seberapa sering sih lumayan ya, karena kan kita bagi mahasiswa Filkom butuh tuh kayak referensi atau pembelajaran coding-coding kan, karena kita di SMA misalnya anak-anak SMA kayak aku tuh gak pernah dapat tuh kayak coding-codingan tingkat lanjut tuh, pasti lumayan sering sih.
Lumayan sering, apalagi kalau lagi kuliah pasti lumayan sering banget dipakai.
Yes, I think I use it almost every day.
Kalau paling sering sih black box ya, karena kalau dari beberapa yang udah aku cobain kayak ChatGPT, Gemini atau DeepSeek gitu-gitu kan, paling sering aku pakai sih black box, karena dari semua itu yang bisa ngasih kayak codingan programnya itu paling jelas itu sih tetap black box ya.
Saya seringnya menggunakan ChatGPT karena simple terus seru kalau dia misalnya diajakin ngobrol terus-terusan.
Well, lately I often use Gemini because my Gemini is pro and more valid than the others.
Kalau dari fungsi pastinya membantu ya kan, apalagi kita kan bagi maba kan ada tuh kayak live codingnya tuh kan, kita bingung pasti kan ya kalau udah nge-stuck banget nih apa sih kayak mana codingnya, udah kita minta bantuannya sama si AI gitu tadi sih untuk nge-generate codingan tadi.
Yang saya tahu fungsinya buat saya manfaatnya banyak banget, kayak buat membantu saya dalam kuliah, menjawab pertanyaan atau berdiskusi tentang apapun, seperti saya kemarin membuat CV.
Well, I think we all know that we can use AI as a tools to help us learning something.
Kalau tujuan spesifik pastinya ngoding, cuman nggak cuman dari ngoding doang. Misalnya kalau aku udah buntu banget sama pelajaran, aku pakai AI itu tadi untuk kayak generate rangkuman dari materi-materi yang udah dipelajari. Terus kayak misalnya aku jadwal aku ini udah padat banget gitu kan, aku minta bantuan AI itu untuk nge-strukturin gimana sih biar lebih terstruktur gitu jadwal aku.
Saya biasanya menggunakan buat belajar, karya ilmiah juga, membuat sesuatu yang saya kurang paham, dan pokoknya yang membuat saya punya kata-katanya tapi disempurnakan lagi oleh AI.
Well, I generally use AI to study the material that I don't understand or the material that haven't been taught.
Kalau misalnya untuk membatasi gitu sih, biasanya kalau aku ditanya soal nih ya kan, ada Ubuntu pasti ngasih soal ke AI-nya gitu. Aku mintanya itu pertama itu kayak clue-nya dulu gitu, nggak langsung kayak jawabannya itu gimana, biar aku kayak problem solving dulu lah intinya kan. Terus misalnya kalau memang udah buntu baru aku minta jawaban, terus sama intinya ada penjelasan juga lah, nggak semata kayak cuman jawaban tok gitu doang.
Saya ngebatasin kalau di mana saya masih mampu untuk mengerjakan itu tanpa AI, pastinya saya tanpa AI, karena yang belajar itu saya bukan AI.
I use AI to understand the flow of the material, so I have to understand first that, but not copy.
Kalau dari cenderung sih belakangan ini ya karena butuh bantuan AI juga untuk ngoding kan, udah lumayan sering buat dijadikan referensi.
Setengah-setengah sih sebenarnya. Jadi ada yang saya bisa kerjakan, dan ada juga yang saya belum paham terus dijelasin oleh AI. Jadi kalau misalkan kayak guru atau dosen ngejelasinnya menurut saya kurang paham masuk ke saya minta untuk menjelaskan ulang oleh AI dengan secara lebih detail lagi dan lagi.
Honestly, yes. By use AI, I think lessons are understandable.
Let's embrace AI not for as a replacement for human intelligence, but as a partner for us to think, create, and dream bigger with wisdom and responsibility.
Don't shy to use AI for learning.
In the end, we have to use AI as a tool, not as a replacement of how we thinking. So, use AI wisely.
Instead of copying AI's answers, students use AI as a guidance to find their own solutions and deepen their understanding on the material. Students also use AI responsibly as a learning companion. This way, AI can help them review or relearn materials that were not fully clear during lectures.
AI has greatly helped students in understanding course materials, especially in coding. It assists them by summarizing topics, creating study schedules, and providing helpful clues when they get stuck.
Overall, even though AI makes students use it more often, the impact was mostly positive because it helps Philcom students study better and learn independently. And somehow, students get some new knowledge from AI.
As we can see from the chart, AI is mostly used for research and finding information. This shows that students really need quick access to find information to help them in their learning process. And then for the next chart, this shows that using artificial intelligence or AI has greatly changed the way they learn and the way they understand the material from the lecturers.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos about technology and education. And remember, let AI inspire you, not define you.